Two men are in custody after a triple shooting last Saturday. Oklahoma State urges students to use Safety app, and Trump signs a new travel ban. This is Bullet Broadcast. Hello and welcome back. I'm Sam Stockard. Our top story today: two men are in custody after a drug deal gone wrong leaves one man dead and two others injured. The shooting took place over the weekend at a home on the 200 block of West 3rd Avenue. Christian Thomas Peck died Sunday from multiple gunshot wounds, while Kaylee Mullins and Leanne Daughter also suffered injuries, according to police reports. Rodriguez Cortez Johnson Jr. and Shaquem Rashid Carter were attending a small gathering at the home of Mullins and Daughter when Peck arrived with a duffel bag of marijuana after a drug deal fell through, according to an Ocala report. Carter used Mullins' phone to make several phone calls in her backyard. Carter and Johnson then talked to Peck about the bag of marijuana with Peck, and that is when Johnson reportedly pulled out a semi-automatic pistol and began shooting. Both men are in custody on felony murder charges. For additional information on the shooting, visit ocali.com. To our political corner, as Washington was full of news this week. House Republicans Monday evening released their Obamacare replacement bill titled the American Health Care Act. The bill would repeal individual mandates, maintain coverage for pre-existing conditions, allow children to stay on their parents' plan until age 26, and allow state Medicaid expansion through 2020. And in the White House, President Donald Trump signed his new travel ban order on Monday. The executive order's purpose is to replace the original travel ban signed only 6 weeks prior. The new order bans 6 countries from immigration and reinstates a temporary blanket ban on all refugees. The countries of Syria, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen will be blocked from obtaining visas for at least 90 days. The only country left off the list from the previous order is Iraq. The order also takes out language from the original order that indefinitely banned Syrian refugees and called for prioritizing the administration of refugees who are of religious minorities in their home countries. The new ban will take effect March 16th. And early Wednesday morning, WikiLeaks published a huge collection of what appear to be CIA spying secrets. According to Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks, the files are the most comprehensive release of U.S. spying files ever made public. The files released include a range of software and exploits that, if real, could allow hackers control of computers and other electronics around the world. The files can be found on the WikiLeaks website under the name Vault 7 or Year Zero. No official statement has been made by any agency, but as always, we will keep you informed as the story unfolds. In more local news, OSU officials plan to phase out emergency blue lights on campus, but some say this is a bad idea. Reporter Michael Cox has more.
Oklahoma State has many outlets that try to increase safety on campus. One that has been around for a while is the emergency phone system, often called the blue lights. These contact OSU police when someone presses the help button. Much newer is the Orange Shield app. When a user is on OSU's campus, the app can be used to contact OSU police directly. It prevents the 911 call from being routed to other police departments. When off campus, it will call the nearest police department. The app has other features like the bus route and safe walk. There are currently around 8,500 users. In February, users made 13 emergency calls with the app. Even in a world where most people have cell phones, the OSU Police Department still feels the emergency phones are necessary.
What happens when somebody really needs access to emergency services? What happens when the cell phone's not working? Either somebody didn't charge their battery, where there's other incidents that cause a cell tower to go down and therefore break that communication. You've got to have ready access to emergency services. So I think that they're very, very important to keep.
Shearer said he sees both Orange Shield and the blue lights as necessary safety features for students to use. OSU student Gerard White sees the role that the blue lights play on campus.
The blue light systems, I think people recognize that, and that not only gives us a sense of security, but it also wards away danger in certain zones, which if you ward away any type of danger, it should be important.
OSU police want to encourage students to download the Orange Shield app so they can always be ready for an emergency. With Bullet Broadcast, I'm Michael Cox.
According to a recent O'Colly report, Shearer said the emergency pylons will remain as a last resort. For more information about the app, visit safety.okstate.edu. Oklahoma State Latino students competed in the Mr. and Miss Latino pageant last Saturday. Reporter Allie Bond met with the winners on what they plan to do with their new title.
Mr. and Miss Hispanic Latino OSU Scholarship Pageant took place this Saturday. The mission of this pageant is to further develop leadership, confidence, and creativity of Hispanic Latino students on OSU's campus. There'll be one female and one male winner, king and queen, who will each receive $1,000 in scholarship. The contestants for females were sophomore Maria Lopez, freshman Maria Nito, and freshman Mariah Hickson. And the contestants for males were freshman Eric Mija and junior Samuel Alvarado. A panel of 4 judges scored each event and decided the winners. The segments the contestants competed in were showcasing prominent Latino Hispanic figures, platform competition,
also about having positive influences,
representing traditional clothing Hispanic Latino heritage, elegant wear, and the extemporaneous question competition.
Family is a major part of Hispanic culture.
In between each event, the pageant had different guest dancers performing hip-hop, flamenco, and Bollywood. The 2017 Mr. and Miss Hispanic Latino OSU King and Queen are junior Samuel Alvarado and freshman Maria Nito. Much to their excitement, everyone celebrated. Now crowned Queen, Maria Nito shares what she hopes to do in her position.
At OSU, raise awareness for sexual assault and rape culture. It's a huge problem, and I can't wait to actually inform people and let them know of all the things that are going on.
And for King Samuel Alvarado, he wants to use his position for a different focus.
Use this as a platform, but not for myself. I would like to use this as a platform for the Hispanic Latino community and really just be their voice for the people that I interact with on a daily basis that don't have that voice.
With Bullet Broadcast, I'm Allie Bond.
To find out more about the organization, you can visit its Facebook page at Mr. and Miss Hispanic/Latino OSU Scholarship Pageant. Spring break is next week at Oklahoma State, and some students are gearing up for a fun-filled week off from class. While you're getting ready to head out, University Health Services urges you to consider your safety while on vacation. Reporter Josh Wagner has the story.
I am going with 3 friends to the Grand Canyon.
I'm going to the Bay Area in California.
Going to Wolf Creek, Colorado.
The weather is warming up. Days are getting longer, flowers and trees are blooming. Spring has come early for OSU and just in time for spring break. After 8 weeks of class, students are packing their bags and heading to their own personal paradise. Some students are going to the beach, others to the mountains, and others may be going out of the country. While a simple checklist may be all you need to plan for next week, the University Health Services say there may be some things you should consider before leaving.
Okay. So if they're going out of the country, they definitely need to check their immunization forms, making sure they have all the vaccinations they need, depending on what country they go to, and it obviously varies depending on what country you're going to.
While making sure to get vaccinated before you leave might stop you from getting sick, it isn't the only thing you can do to make spring break better. The Center for Disease Control also advises that you eat healthy while vacationing. The CDC says fast food and junk food, while cheap and easy, don't provide the nutrition needed for a week long of vacationing. The CDC and University Health Services also advise that you monitor your alcohol consumption.
We hope that students don't consume more alcohol than they normally would. So that being said, if you are going to drink, maybe just do 1 drink per hour. And then after that first drink, obviously drink some water in between. Students look at spring break as a time to just get crazy and party as much as they can. They need to understand that alcohol poisoning happens.
In case you do drink too much, the CDC advises that you keep a contact list with all your emergency information on it in case your phone does die. However, some students are taking further steps to make sure that their spring break is safe.
Usually whenever me and my friends go on road trips, we share our location on our phones so that we can always find each other in case one of us gets lost or something like that.
Once you get there, make sure you know the place. Make sure you don't get lost, and make sure you have a way of knowing how to get around and all that. So, that for sure.
So while you're out on spring break, make sure to stay safe and keep informed. Make sure you have a buddy system and always know where you are. With Bullet Broadcast, this is Josh Wagner.
Thank you, Josh. And before we leave for break, Montel Vidot is here at the news desk today for our sports recap. Montel?
Thanks, Sam. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's magic number is 51. Why 51, you ask? Because that's the number of conference championships that Oklahoma State Wrestling has won since the program started. The Big 12 Wrestling Championship took place in Tulsa last weekend, and while it wasn't 50 Shades of Orange, it definitely felt like it. Oklahoma State was the host of the tournament, or that's at least what it felt like. The Cowboys were able to bring 10 individual participants for the finals, with 8 winning titles in their respective weight class. This would tie the program record. Among the 8 was Anthony Kalika, who won his 4th conference title, becoming only the 8th Cowboy to do so. Not too far behind was Nolan Boyd and Dean Heil, winning their 3rd. As a team, OSU gathered up 176.5 points and won with an 83-point margin of victory, with both being Big 12 records. The boys in orange will send all 10 starters to the NCAA Wrestling Championship that'll take place in St. Louis on March 16th through the 18th, where they will try to compete for a potential 35th national title. Whew, you want to talk about historic. Well, wrestling wasn't the only sport to tie break records. Tuesday night, it went down on the softball field, where the Cowgirls came to play. The Cowgirls hosted the Purple Aces of Evansville and wasted no time showing off. The team was able to rack up 13 hits to go with 21 runs, which both tie up the school record. On top of that, OSU had a record-breaking 21 RBI. That should be the last record-breaking or program-high achievement, right? Nope. Men's tennis found itself moving up to 4th in the national ITA team rankings. This breaks the previous record, which was 5th. The Memphis Tigers will try to come down Friday night and change that. Well, that is all the time I have for you guys today. Back to you, Sam.
Thanks, Montel. That's it for this week. We would like to remind everyone that Bullet Broadcast will not be airing during spring break. Enjoy your break, and we will see you all again March 23rd with all the updates from everything you missed. I'm Sam Stockard.
And I'm Montel Vidot.
See you in 2 weeks.